Let me first of all thank God Almighty for this day. I particularly want to welcome all our state's representatives, and particularly our guest lecturer, the former Deputy Governor of PDP State, for a very brilliant presentation. It's not that it is unexpected anyway. Let me move on. Congratulate the founder and members of this very patriotic and responsible organization. The entire organization is dedicated, but if they succeed in manipulating, it's their fault. Because we can stand up to them with people like you at the polling booths and at the collation centers. If they succeed, then you must have compromised. Because you are the type of people who are normally engaged in all those locations. So, ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say your future is in your hands. It's not in anybody's hands, it's in your own hands. It's either you get up and protect your future, or you end up with no future at all. At my time, what we wanted to see was a return to democracy. We fought the military. I was nearly killed. I went on exile. There is nothing they did not do to me. But I wanted to see the return to democracy. We have seen return to democracy. But has democracy provided us what we were expecting it to provide us? That now becomes your own responsibility. Ours is to guide you and give you the necessary leadership. And that is why I want to also use this opportunity to commend and thank the founder, the initiator, the leader of NIFA. This is a lady that we brought from abroad to help us in the last elections. She has no point, continuing to mobilize young men and women like you. But here she is today, dedicating her time, dedicating her resources to putting together such a very, very patriotic organization. So I want to pay tribute and commend her for her efforts. Well, as we say in Africa, if a woman can do this, what about the men? So, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I honestly feel honored that such an organization, a national organization, is put together, not about me, but about the development of our democratic process, which can lead us to a better country for you in your future. Let me, therefore, in conclusion, again, pay tribute to Professor Gold Emmanuel and members of our team, statewide, local government-wise, and worldwide, for this incredible organization that has been put together in a very short time. And I hope you will continue to engage particularly, my point is that even if the National Assembly passes an electoral law, which they will not, considering the leadership of the current leadership of the National Assembly, the Senate and the House of Reps, they cannot. But with their own pressure, they could be compelled to do it. It's doable. I remember the last Turkish presidential elections. I was sitting and watching the results come in electronically. And by the Turkish constitution, you must score 50% to be elected as a president. The current president scored 49.5%. There was no manual listing. But they said he didn't score 50%. We all know that, in our arithmetic or mathematics, we say if you get 49.5, you round it up to 50. Not so. That was what we were taught in school. They didn't round it up to 50. Instead, they ordered another round of election. The guy who came third with about 4% now endorsed the first candidate. And when the results were counted, it came out exactly 49.5 plus 4%. And Egbetokun was declared winner. I didn't see anybody. I didn't see anybody, no collation, but it was all electronic. So there was no room for manual collation at the ward, at the local government, at the state, blah, blah, blah. And then you have an INEC chairman sitting with commissioners writing. Absolutely. So we really have a long way to go. There are challenges, but you must dedicate yourselves to confronting those challenges. If you don't dedicate yourself to confronting those challenges, you have no future. I thank you again once more for putting together such a wonderful organization. And I hope this organization will continue to contribute to the development of our democracy, particularly our electoral system of processes, so that we can have a fair electoral process. I thank you all for coming.